Katie, I guess the first thing I'd like to know is why did you come to Jewell? You're kind of a long way from home.
Right. I guess it felt right. I mean, I took my visits to other schools, and this one just kind of felt better than the rest. I kind of got along with the teammates better, felt more comfortable with the coach, and I really liked the campus.
How did you find out about Jewell? I mean, what was your first contact?
I really had no idea about it until I got an email from Coach Broughton, and he told me, we were thinking about having you come down for a visit, and I looked at it was pretty far, but my dad said, keep your opportunities, keep your options open.
Sure.
So I went down for the visit, and it turned out I loved it, everything about it.
Did you get spotted from your AAU team, or how did Jewell find out about you?
I'm actually not 100% sure. I'm assuming it's AAU because we travel more for AAU, and high school is pretty far away for them to come watch.
Yeah, I would think so. What was your high school like?
My high school is actually twice the size of Jewell now.
It was.
So I had a graduating class of like 500 kids around.
Isn't that weird that you go to college to go to a smaller school?
Right. It was a big change, but nothing too hard to use.
Tell me about the big change. What's the big change?
Just being away from my family. I mean, I'm really close with my family, and I have a really close-knit group of friends. So it was hard to leave them, but I get to see them over breaks, so it's not too bad.
Katie Finn is our guest here on the HyVee Halftime Report, and so let's talk a little bit of basketball. You have, for our team especially, pretty good size, pretty good length, as we say in basketball, and yet you're a very good perimeter player. Did you consciously work on being an outside player?
I was actually pretty short growing up, and once I hit high school, I kind of shot up, so I was always a guard, but I guess it helps. Since I grew a lot, I can play post defense, guard defense, and kind of know every position on the floor.
Where are you more comfortable?
Definitely on the three-point line.
On the three-point line,
Definitely.
Okay. Well, against Rockhurst, for instance, you hit a bunch of three-pointers there, and a couple of other games you've hit the three. Is that your primary role on offense?
I would think so. Coach kind of has me run the floor, get in the post a little bit, but I think mostly what I'm here for is hit outside shots.
Right. Katie, how about defensively? Is this the same kind of style, the pressing game that you ran in high school and maybe on your club team?
Actually, I've never really pressed like this before. If we were to press, we would do man-to-man, and I would mostly be at half court, which is similar to what we're doing now, but never really the trap.
Is it fun?
So I like it a lot. I think it really works well if we do it right.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. It's all execution, isn't it?
Right. Exactly.
How about that press and leading to easier baskets? Because that's what it's designed for. You enjoy that? You enjoy the transition game?
Yeah, I do. I think it works really well because we have such a fast team. We can run on teams, and we can push the ball, and I think we get a lot of easier shots than if we're just setting up in the offense.
Even the three-point shots come easier, don't they?
Exactly.
Katie Finn is our guest. It's the HyVee Halftime Reports here at Central Missouri. And when we say Central Missouri or Bellarmine, are you familiar with the schools at all, or is it all kind of new in your head?
It's really new in my head.
Yeah.
I just kind of
So it doesn't matter really to you. It's just another opponent.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's been the most fun so far in basketball?
I would have to say the team. We all get along so well, and kind of like my high school team, but I just feel like a family. Everyone cares about each other. Everyone's got each other's back, and I think that's really important into being a successful team. Well,
it's interesting you say that because you're not the first, and I think Jill kind of looks for that. And it used to be, and you probably heard this, they used to be able to go out and do a lot more team bonding things before I moved to the NCAA. But what kind of team bonding things have you been through this year?
I know we did the high ropes course, so we had to kind of rely on each other to get across that, which was really fun, I thought. We get together a lot on the weekends. We'll watch movies or kind of go out as a team, and just basically we're with each other all the time.
How about school? How is school at Jewell?
School's going really well. Classes are tough, but...
You're a nursing major, right?
Correct.
And that is a tough major. Was that part of your decision to come to Jewell to have that major?
It was, and from what I hear, Jewell has an extremely successful nursing program. They get a lot of good nurses that come out of the program. And
as somebody that's been ill once or twice in my life, I'm glad to hear we've got good nurses out there. I wouldn't want somebody to come out and be a terrible nurse. But yeah, I think that it's renowned for that. And what the neatest thing is that it seems like our graduates get jobs, which I'm sure you're interested in.
Pretty much.
What kind of nursing do you want to do?
I'm looking into pediatrics.
Right.
Excuse me.
Good.
So either OB or pediatrics.
Any particular reason why?
I'm not sure. I'm just kind of more drawn to that, I guess.
Okay. On the HyVee Halftime Report, Katie Finn is our guest. How about your family? Let's talk about them back in Wisconsin. Talk about your mom and dad first, if you would.
My parents are great. They're super supportive, and they've actually made it to a lot of the games so far. They came to Western Illinois. They came down to a tournament to watch 2 games in Northwest Missouri State, so they got to see both of those. And I know any chance they get, they listen to it or they watch it. And
What do they do for a living?
my mom's a teacher, and my dad is an IT manager, so more like into computers and stuff.
Sure.
He works for a healthcare company.
Okay. Brothers and sisters?
I have 3 sisters.
You do. So you have four girls in the
4
family.
girls, yeah.
Are they competitive athletes like you?
Absolutely. My older sister, she's 1 year older. She runs track at a school in Wisconsin. And then I have 2 younger sisters who both play basketball, volleyball, softball. They're basically into everything.
You play any other sports in high school?
I did. I played volleyball and softball.
You were. What position did you play in those 2 sports?
Volleyball, I played all the way around, but in the front row, I was an outside or a right side hitter.
Right side hitter, so you're a good blocker? Yeah.
Yep. And then softball, I played first.
Well, that's outstanding. That's really good. What's your goal for being a player at Jewell? Have you set any personal goals?
For a career, not yet, but game to game, I kind of make personal goals, like always play good defense, and if your shot doesn't fall, just focus on the things that you can control. So always hustle, always give 100% effort, things like that.
Are those your goals in every game, or do you set a specific goal for a game?
Those general ones are for every game, but if we have specific players that we need to watch out for, make sure this girl is limited to a certain amount of shots or a certain amount of points, always box someone out.
How about today? What's your goal today?
Well, we know they're big and strong. You got to push them out, box them out. Rebounds.
I say push them all around if you can, okay? Katie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Katie Finn has been our guest on the HyVee Halftime Report, and we're back with more from Central Missouri after this.